Welcome to this edition of UCentral News. I'm Lily Myers.
And I'm Tyler Whitehead. And UCO's enrollment rates are a hot topic on campus right now. Right now on campus, we are experiencing a low enrollment rate in every department. UCentral's Shannon Schwa spoke with UCO on where we are in enrollment now.
With enrollment for spring 2020 coming soon, it begs the question, where is UCO's enrollment rate heading now?
In terms of enrollment at the university, over the last several years, probably since 2013 or so, we've seen a downward trajectory with enrollment. It's been going down. There was one year it had a little bump, and then the following year I think it went down even worse than the previous 2 years. So it's been going down, and last year was the same thing. We had high expectations going into last year, but the pandemic really hurt matters.
Aside from the pandemic, what were the other factors affecting enrollment?
Lots of competition, number one. And number two, we see nationally that through census numbers, that total population is shrinking. It's been going down for a number of years, and it's projected to go down for another 10 years from now. So into 2030, 2032, we're going to see total population numbers going down. If the numbers are going down, it transcends to higher education.
This downward trajectory has made a big impact on the university.
I think financial is the biggest thing. With enrollment going down, that's less revenue for the university. We still have to sustain ourselves. We know that each year we have costs that we can't control that will go up every single year. If enrollment's going down, that's less money to go into that, less money to go into programming. So we have to pivot. We have to be very nimble with what we do.
But there is still optimism surrounding our enrollment rates.
The good news is that we've been working very hard with trying to change that whole narrative. And what we're seeing is a lot of the programming and a lot of the programming initiatives we put into place for enrollment, for new enrollment, I think it's working. We're seeing this. Our spring enrollment, we're up somewhere around 1,100 applications right now for spring. That's a good sign. That's a really good sign.
From Edmond, Oklahoma, I'm Shannon Schwa, UCentral News.
Thanks, Shannon. We will keep you updated on this story as it continues to affect our campus. And we have big news today for Oklahoma children. Oklahoma is ready to provide COVID-19 vaccinations to children aged 5 to 11 when final approval comes. About 130,000 vaccine doses for children are being shipped to Oklahoma in anticipation of its approval. The Biden administration has said millions of vaccine doses are being assembled. About 375,000 children would be eligible for the vaccine.
Speaking of vaccines, let's now look at COVID-19 on campus. UCO is currently reporting just 8 active cases. UCO says nearly 1,200 people in the UCO community have recovered from the virus. UCO has seen just over 1,200 total cases since last August. And the State Department of Health is reporting 631 new cases across Oklahoma today. Right now, we have over 5,000 active cases in the state. 425 Oklahomans are hospitalized with the virus. 146 are in the ICU. 2 Tulsa police officers are making national news after being charged with helping conceal weapons in a shooting. The officers have been charged after a shooting involving the brother of a boyfriend of a former officer. Lieutenant Marcus Harper and Officer Carson were charged as of Tuesday.
And October was a record-breaking month for Oklahoma weather. Oklahoma had 31 tornadoes last month. That is the most tornadoes Oklahoma has had in October since 1950. The National Weather Service says this is unusual as the storms were a shock for the state this October.
And speaking of Oklahoma weather, it has been a very crisp day here on campus, Tyler.
Yes, it has. Let's check with Patrick to see what's happening with the weather.
Thanks, Tyler and Lillian. That's right. The end of the rain should be here today. We should be done for the rest of the week. Current conditions here in Edmond, Oklahoma, 46 degrees and cloudy skies. Winds out of the northeast at about 6 miles per hour. Humidity is going to hover right around 96%, so it's humid out there. We've actually got a little bit of a wind chill today as it currently feels like 44 degrees. So bundle up. get ready for that cold weather moving into tonight. However, weather headlines for the rest of the week headed into the weekend. Sun returns tomorrow. We get sunny skies, hopefully some warmer weather along with that. Highs in the 60s on Friday and Saturday, and then highs in the low 70s Sunday through Tuesday. We'll cover more of that in my 7-day forecast later on. But for now, back to the desk.
Today has been a busy day in the sports world, including a story about Oklahoma State. UCentral's Brady Gray has the report. Brady?
Controversial news broke this morning that the NCAA has denied Oklahoma State's appeal to remove a ban on the men's basketball team's eligibility for the 2022 postseason. The punishment on the program is from a 2017 FBI investigation that the NCAA launched across all of college basketball to find corruption in the sport. For OSU specifically, it was found that then associate head basketball coach Lamont Evans, a member of Brad Underwood's staff for only 7 months, received around $20,000 in bribes from low-level talent agencies to try and influence players to sign with them after their time in Stillwater, meaning it was not a university recruiting violation since it was used towards players already on the team. The FBI also found that Evans was acting on his own accord and that the university had no knowledge of the scandal, and only one player on OSU received just $300. When the scheme was uncovered, OSU immediately fired Evans, who would later plead guilty to the scandal in 2019. However, the controversy surrounding the banning of OSU stems from how much more there was found by this investigation nationwide. Evans was an assistant coach at South Carolina prior to his time at Oklahoma State, and the FBI found he was a member of the exact same scandal, but South Carolina received no postseason ban. Furthermore, a University of Alabama staffer, Kobe Baker, also had the exact same scheme uncovered for close to $15,000 in bribes, but Alabama didn't receive a postseason ban. And even more so, a USC assistant coach, Tony Bland, had the same plot uncovered with financial advisors. Bland would be fired and 3 players would eventually be removed from the team, but USC never received a ban from the postseason. No statement has been made as to why Oklahoma State was the only school to receive a ban. I'll keep you updated on the controversy as more news becomes available. Back to you guys at the desk.
Thanks, Brady. And how are you feeling? UCentral's Garrett Holsworth talks about mental health. Let's take a look.
I just feel so weird when I talk about mental health, you know? It feels like there's some sort of stigma.
Our system needs a lot of work. We need to break the stigma.
Mental illness is hard to deal with, especially when it's already so hard to talk about. Things can be confusing, don't make sense, or you can just be angry about it, and that's okay. But sometimes it's better to talk to somebody about it.
People say, well, my dad has diabetes, you know, somebody has asthma. We need to be able to have that dialogue about mental health because it's just as important and valid as our physical health, and they're tied together.
I wanted multiple opinions on the matter, so I spoke to another dog tour.
I think everybody sort of needs to have something on a daily basis where they de-stress, because when we come home from our job, if it's clinical nursing or education, we can bring that home with us. So we need something to let go.
Don't be distracted by the cuteness, though. You've got to love yourself as much as Snooki loves that ball.
It's very important that you have a good self-care methods. And that's one of the origins of the idea for the dogs was the fact that students had to leave their animals at home to come live in the dorms and be in school. And many people would come in saying, oh, I've left my dog at home, they're in Texas, and I'm so lonely for my dog. I'm so glad you have a dog here I can cuddle with.
Well, first of all, self-care needs to be intentional. It's not just going to happen. And being willing to not have an all or nothing philosophy about it either. You know, well, I didn't get to, you know, go out and have my 30-minute walk or whatever. Well, take 5, take 10, you know, whatever you can carve out of your day for yourself.
Both professionals had ideas on how to improve the state of mind here on campus.
The Counseling Center offers QPR training, the question, persuade, and refer. I think that should be kind of part of the curriculum here at UCO, and it's basically emotional CPR. It tells people how to respond to people who are suicidal or notice signs of depression, and ask that question, begin the conversation. Are you suicidal? Are you thinking about killing yourself? You know, how to ask that question, and realizing that's not going to make a person more likely to commit suicide.
There is an instrument that we're including called the Stress and Nursing Survey, and it does ask students, what are the sources of your stress? It's been used for about 10 or 15 years. So we're going to find out what they say.
Thanks to my conversation with them, I feel less like my life is falling apart. From Edmond with UCentral News, Garrett Holsworth.
Edmond's mobility program needs your input. The city has launched Edmond Shift, a year-long mobility planning effort. The program focuses on updating and modernizing the city's existing mobility plans for sidewalks, bikes, streets, and more. You can place your input at their mobility fair this Friday at the Downtown Community Center. The event will be from 10 a.m. to 7 p.m.
And the Friends of Chambers Library is sponsoring a student contest to design a bookmark for a chance to win $250 in UCO dining dollars accepted at any campus dining location. The contest is for students only, and submissions must be submitted by 5 p.m. November 19th. Faculty and staff are asked to encourage students to participate. Submissions will be judged on originality, creativity, and theme.
UCO has a new production starting tomorrow. Puffs is a play about a tale for anyone who has never been destined to save the world. It is loosely based off Harry Potter with a new look at a familiar adventure from the perspective of 3 potential heroes just trying to make it through a magic school that proves to be very dangerous for children. Their hilariously heartfelt and epic journey takes the classic story to new places and reimagines what a boy wizard hero can be. Audience members are encouraged and welcome to come in costume. The play will be held at Mitchell Hall tomorrow at 7:30 p.m. And after this, we will look at a new Edmond restaurant.
Yes, that's right. And Patrick will tell us about the weather. Stay with us.
Sometimes the things we do or say can make others feel hurt, excluded, or isolated. Everything you say and do creates an impact.
How am I supposed to save the whole world?
You can't think about saving the world. You have to think about saving one person.
Because of you, someone's entire life can change. You don't have to be a superhero to have a positive impact.
Friends?
Friends.
Hey, Bobo, do trees tell each other stories?
I'm sorry. I'm afraid I don't know that.
Hey, why don't we go find out?
Listen.
Do clouds take naps?
I couldn't tell you.
Dad, do stars visit their friends?
Look!
Do you need a new restaurant to try? UCentral's Isabel Elbridge has a place for you.
If you are looking for a plant-based cafe with food that loves you back, you don't have to search far. Plant has opened their second location in downtown Edmond.
As the whole concept is light and airy, we like to keep all of our food very clean, so no sugar, no processed sugar, no corn, no gluten, no dairy. We like to create an environment for everyone who has allergies or any type of digestive problems.
Plant gets their veggies from local farmers. Employees love it too.
I love it. It's a fun environment to work in. Nice people, good food.
There is a big selection to choose from, including smoothies.
Edmond's ever growing. The culture here, we have a lot of activity that is starting to happen here. A lot of people who want to eat healthy but necessarily maybe don't know how to eat healthy. And as Edmond grows, more healthy restaurants are coming in, and as the wave comes through, I think a restaurant like this is going to really thrive here in Edmond.
Next time you're in downtown Edmond, you can enjoy a muffin, something from the grab and go, or even a cup of coffee. Reporting for Edmond, I'm Isabel Eldridge, UCentral News.
If you want to try plant, you can find it by the rail yard.
And Tyler, it's been a very gloomy day outside. It's a complete 360 from what we saw last week.
Yes, that's right. Let's go ahead and check with Patrick to see if we'll see another shift. Patrick?
Hey Edmond, hey Oklahoma, a cool, drizzly, rainy day for all of the state pretty much here. As we take a look at current conditions, you got 52 up there in the Panhandle in Guymon, Oklahoma, 44 over there in Woodward. You got 46 degrees right now in your Edmond, Oklahoma City metro area. As we take a look at the Tulsa metro area, 47 degrees. Got 44 degrees in Idabel. So all this state is seeing that cloudy, rainy, drizzly weather move in and then move out eastward. We should be back to normal sunny skies tomorrow, but for tonight, 41 degrees is your low, cloudy skies, winds variable out of the north about 3 miles per hour, 97% humidity, no real chance of rain tonight. We should be done with rain. Tonight across the state, a very, very cold night across the state. As you take a look at Guymon's low, 30 degrees, they've got a freeze warning going on over there. 33 degrees in Woodward, 37 in Enid and in Clinton. 41, as I mentioned, is the low for the Edmond, Oklahoma City metro area. You got 40 over there in Tulsa, 33 up there in Miami, 37 degrees down in Idabel. So a cold night across the state of Oklahoma. And taking a look at highs tomorrow, you got 68 up in the Panhandle, so that's quite a temperature change from tonight for the high tomorrow in Guymon. 56, 57, 56 in that lower southwest part of the state for Clinton, Lawton, and Ardmore. 58 in Altus. 54 is your high in the Edmond, Oklahoma City metro area, and you got 56 for your high in Tulsa as well. However, as we take a look at the hourly forecast for tomorrow, you got cold weather when you wake up, 42 degrees at 7 a.m. Dress up, bundle up, dress warm as you get ready to head into work. It'll be chilly at around noon. 49 is your expected temperature, partly cloudy skies, and then 7 p.m. it's going to be chilly as well. 50 degrees is your expected temperature. Sun's going to be setting, but it should be partly cloudy skies as well. And then as we take a look at the 7-day forecast for Edmond and Oklahoma City, you got 58 is your high today, 41 is your low. As we take a look at Thursday, 54 is your high, 40 is your low. Friday, 61 and 44 is your low. And then as we take a look at the rest of the week, you're going to see those 60s and 70s pop back up. As I mentioned earlier, you got 72, 73, and 72 for Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. And you got 68 and sunny skies on Saturday. So get outside this weekend, enjoy it, because I promise you that cold weather is going to be back sooner rather than later. But let's go ahead and toss it back to the desk.
Thanks, Patrick. And a famous royal figure has a famous portrayal that's having a lot of people talking.
That plus a well-known actor got the chance to go to space. More on that after this.
Sometimes the things we do or say can make others feel hurt, excluded, or isolated. Everything you say and do creates an impact.
How am I supposed to save the whole world?
You can't think about saving the world. You have to think about saving one person.
Because of you, someone's entire life can change. You don't have to be a superhero to have a positive impact.
Friends?
Friends. Hey, Bobo, do trees tell each other stories?
I'm sorry. I'm afraid I don't know that.
Hey, why don't we go find out?
Listen.
Do clouds take naps?
I couldn't tell you.
Dad, do stars visit their friends?
Look!
Welcome back to UCentral News. I'm Tyler Whitehead, and here is your social media update. And a major topic of discussion on social media is Kristen Stewart's portrayal of Princess Diana. The title of the film, Spencer, comes from Diana's surname and is based on a real event that took place during a Christmas weekend, but it tells the story as a what-if scenario. The film focuses on the struggle with her marriage and the royal family altogether. The film is set to debut on Friday, with many critics already praising the film and Stewart's performance. And speaking of personal stories, a memoir that was written as early as the 1980s will be released next fall. Paul Newman left this memoir unpublished when he was alive. Newman died in 2008, but he wrote about his thoughts on acting, directing, and family before his passing. Screenwriter Stuart Stern spoke to dozens of Newman's friends and associates for this book. The memoir doesn't have a title or a release date yet. And speaking of celebrities, Tom Hanks turned down Jeff Bezos' offer to go to space. He shared this during his appearance on Jimmy Kimmel Live, stating that he would have to pay $28 million to do the mission. He went on to say that he doesn't need to pay that much because you can simulate the experience of going to space right now. Blue Origin, the company behind these trips, is set to have another launch set for 2022. And let us celebrate National Sandwich Day. People across Twitter are sharing what kind of sandwiches they love. Different sandwich shops are showcasing different sandwiches, with Subway sharing their roast beef and Jersey Mike's sharing their super sub that they are giving a $2 off coupon for. You can redeem the coupon exclusively through the app from today until Sunday. My personal favorite sandwich is a turkey on white bread with provolone cheese, lettuce, pickles, and mayo. Lily, what is your favorite sandwich if you have one?
You know, Tyler, I'm not a huge sandwich person, so I don't have a favorite sandwich, but coming up after this, Brady will give you an update on everything sports.
Back and change it all. I would. I think I'm gonna miss you the most. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Maybe it's just the little moments. If I could go back and change it all. If I could go back, I would. But I can't.
You can achieve a lot using your imagination. I mean, I don't like to brag, but... Wait, who's that? And why is she all over these achievement awards? But with STEM, the sky's the limit. Shaboom! Use STEM to envision... Okay, I'm seeing it. Yeah. Invent...
Got any ideas?
I've got a few, actually. And create a better world.
Told you she's super smart.
If she can STEM, so can you. Find out more at She Can STEM.
In the land of wonder and awe, you won't believe you see what you saw. Where there's something to do for young and for old, where stories are written and then they're retold. Visit travelok.com today. Come see for yourself and come out to play.
Welcome back, Bronco fans. I'm Brady Gray, and this is your sports update. Congratulations to the Atlanta Braves, this year's World Series champions. To most of the nation's delight, the Braves defeated the Houston Astros 7-0 in Game 6 of the series last night to take home the crown. Jorge Soler was named MVP after he whacked 3 home runs in this series. We'll see if the postseason loss can finally get the title cheaters dropped from Houston's reputation. And the UCO rowing team announced the return of its Backyard Bronco program. The program is looking for athletes in the state interested in becoming a member of the 3-time national champion UCO rowing team. The Backyard Bronco program offers a 1-year, 12-hour tuition waiver to the best applicant. No prior rowing experience is needed. And that's all I have for sports today. For more news, scores, and updates on everything UCO athletics, be sure to visit our website at broncosports.com. Back to Tyler and Lily at the desk.
Thanks, Brittany. And what does Panera Bread and UCO have in common?
And what else should we expect from the weather? Find out after this.
Sometimes the things we do or say can make others feel hurt, excluded, or isolated. Everything you say and do creates an impact.
How am I supposed to save the whole world?
You can't think about saving the world. You have to think about saving one person.
Because of you, someone's entire life can change. You don't have to be a superhero to have a positive impact.
Friends?
Friends.
Hey, Bobo, do trees tell each other stories?
I'm sorry. I'm afraid I don't know that.
Hey, why don't we go find out? Listen.
Do clouds take naps?
I couldn't tell you.
Dad, do stars visit their friends?
Look!
Welcome back to UCentral News, and we're actually going to toss things over to Patrick with your last look at weather.
Thanks, Tyler and Lillian. That's right. Cool, cloudy, drizzly, rainy, dreary weather is on the way out the door right now. 58 degrees was your high today. 41 is your low. We're going to see partly cloudy skies. That sun's going to peek its head tomorrow. 54 degrees is your high and 40 is your low. And then on Friday, we're going to have sunny skies, 61 degrees. Get out, enjoy the weather, go to a high school football game, go out and have a picnic, because that cold weather is going to come back sooner rather than later. 44 is your low tonight, so if you are at a high school football game, bring some blankets, bring some sweatshirts, because it's going to get cold as soon as that sun goes down. And then taking a look at Saturday through Tuesday, you got upper 60s to low 70s for your highs. Partly cloudy skies on Monday and Tuesday, sunny skies on Saturday and Sunday. For your lows, you got 48 on Saturday night, 53 on Sunday night, and then 56 on Monday night. That's your 7-day forecast. I'm Patrick Talbot. Back to the desk.
And you know, Tyler, I'm so happy that we can finally pull out our bigger coats instead of our lighter jackets.
Yes, me too, but we are going to see those temperatures rise back up this weekend, but it's going to be a nice weekend to go out to have a picnic if you're doing anything this weekend. I'm sure Edmond has a lot of events going on. Just enjoy this weather because it's probably going to be the last time we're going to be experiencing some warmer temperatures before the winter season, but that's all we have for today's edition of UCentral News. I'm Tyler Whitehead.
Have a great night, Edmond.